also live. Because today's just a little bit of a cluster. Hi everybody. Oh, welcome to the Saturday Vibe session with Coffee. Coffee will be going through
6 badges right now.
Yeah.
What was the next gym again?
7th, I believe, is Tate and Liza. But as Coffee is going through Pokemon Emerald for the first time,
yes,
I will be finishing out this recent batch of eggs because we managed to get something very cute and very rare. I would like to introduce you to Leif, the shiny Bulbasaur. And I realize that my model is in the way of the name. So we will just do this. We will move me to the other corner.
I see an... use the Devon scope.
Yes, because Kecleon. But, Leif was actually hatched via the Pseudopothid in this most recent batch of eggs. So my goal is to just rip through the rest of these and set up another hunt. I don't know who will be replacing Bulbasaur in that instance just yet. I'm thinking Charmander because I do still have Squirtle in the mix. So if I can at least get one generation's starters complete, that will make me very happy. And yes, it is Generation 1 because I figure that's kind of the best place to start. Speaking of eggs, here we go. Let's see if it's shiny. Let's see. And it's a Bulbasaur. It is not a actually, yeah, no, it is not a shiny Bulbasaur. But it's still a Bulbasaur. So you guys know the drill with what I do with starters that I don't particularly want. I will swap them out and then I will trade them to somebody else. And if I end up getting a trade bot, then, well, we just remove the Pokemon. Because I am very particular about my shinies.
Yeet the cheat.
Exactly. Just a heads up for Tate and Liza, because I feel like you're gonna need it. Their team is different than Ruby and Sapphire. Swampert still should be able to rip through it relatively easily.
I mean, I haven't played Ruby and Sapphire either, so...
I'm just saying that Swampert should still be able to rip through the team easily, especially if you teach it Surf.
Yeah. I still question how Aron can use Iron Tail when it doesn't really have a tail.
It really doesn't get a tail until it evolves into Aggron. So what would you call Laron's tail?
I mean, it has a tail. It's a short one, but it's still a tail.
It's a nub.
It's still something.
It's a little nubbin. Oh, I should also check for Terra raids as well, because there are a couple Pokemon missing from my decks.
It's not about the size; it's how you use it.
Sir, we are live. We don't need that nonsense.
What are you talking about? I was just talking about Laron.
Sir, we are live. Oh, but as I was trying to say before, I should check the Terra raids. Because I know that there's a couple Pokemon that can show up there that I don't have in my decks. So, also, I need to yeet this Polydode out of existence. Because it is not legitimate. I will hunt for Poliwag on my own time, thank you. There we go. And then we will just move one of our eggs to fill the empty slot. And yeah, let's check the terror raids, shall we? What do we got? Superior, which I'm not dealing with. Blissey, which we'll kind of be dealing with because there's a bunch of Blissey raids around right now. Kamalo, Snorlax, Magmortar, Avalugg, Electivire, and Garchomp. No dice. Nothing yet. Okay, let's just keep moving. Moving right along. And yes, another egg's hatched.
Oh yeah, I forgot that I've beaten this gym already.
Another Bulbasaur. Okay.
So we can move on from this place. Where's the map?
I think I've hit a patch of just Bulbasaur eggs.
Egg.
Now, if I do get a second shiny Bulbasaur, which can happen, I'm honestly thinking about trading it to Darkus, or at least checking with him to see if he wants it.
Go for it.
Granted, I have to get the shiny first.
Now here's a thought: should I catch the Mightyena or should I just evolve my Poochyena?
Depends. How much time are you willing to put in?
For Poochyena, I don't think it's a team keeper.
If you're not gonna put it on your team and use it afterward, then it's just better to catch for the Dex than.
Ah shit.
Than.
I thought they have Roar.
Than just wasting time, you know? Yeah. And there's a normal Eevee. I could go for Espeon, but I really want at least one shiny Eeveelution. And if I have to breed for it, I will. Do you want to be in another surprise trade? Yes. Which, considering I've got... Sorry?
How do I move this clump of grass?
Let me take a look. That's... I believe that's a secret tower spot, actually. Granted, I haven't necessarily used secret power, because, well, I haven't needed to.
Secret power is the one that's needed to make a base, right?
Yeah. Alright, Eevee.
Whismer's evolving!
Into Loudred! Which, hot take, I feel like the entire Whismur line's a little bit underrated. And I feel like normal type in general is just a somewhat underrated pick.
Yeah.
You know?
What level does Loudred evolve into Exploud?
Oh, gosh. When I believe it's like 40 to 45.
Oh, Jesus.
That's a Zorua raid. I don't need that. Especially because it probably has illusion, so it would swap into somebody else. I'm not
What
stuck in a
type is
massive
next gym?
trade loop.
I forget.
Sorry?
What type is the next gym? I forget.
Psychic.
Sick.
Well, yeah. They're supposed to be psychic. But the reason I say Swampert's a really good pick for it, especially if you teach it Surf, is because 3 out of the 4 are weak to water.
Oh, okay.
The only one that isn't is Xatu. And even then, you could probably get decent coverage for it via Ice Beam or teaching another Pokemon Thunderbolt. Also, keep in mind that Tate and Liza is the only double battle in the game, so make sure that your team is, or make sure that your team accounts for that.
I'm putting away Loudred for now.
Grabbing the Gimme Gold coin, because I still don't have 999. And at least the roaming ones will actually respawn, which is nice. And we've made it to our first Blissey raid! Actually, hang on. Before I do much of anything, hello, Master Chief. I have an idea. And I'm going to tweak the Superior I have. Because I did manage to get, to win the most recent, raid for that. And I'm going to tweak its moveset a little bit. Do I have Giga Drain? That is my question. Buglass, Bulk Up, Bulldoze, Bullet Seed, which you can learn, but that is a physical move. You have a
Do you
modest
have any moves that
nature.
can strike a flying Pokemon? Yes, I do.
Dazzling Gleam, Draco Meteor, D-Dance, Drain Punch, Draining Kiss, Travel Earth Power, Eerie Impulse, no. Energy Ball. That's actually a really good one to keep in mind. However, I want something else. Frenzy Plant, no. Giga Drain,
Does
yes.
an Energy Ball do more damage the bigger the Pokemon is?
No. That's Grass Knot. And we're gonna get rid of... Actually, no, we shouldn't get rid of Iron Tail, because that can actually be an egg move. Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of Gastro Acid. And then Grass Knot, Grassy Terrain. Gunk Shot, Heat Wave. Actually, wait, Superior can learn Grassy Terrain? Cool! Unfortunately, that means I might have to replace Iron Tail, which I'd really rather not. And the reason I don't want to is because Iron Tail is actually an egg move for Snivy. So I'm looking to see if there's any more
Oh my god, the sprite for Natu is so cute. He is Orb.
It's not to. He's supposed to be cute.
I know, but the way they've done it, just he
Um,
is majestic Orb.
Skill Swap, Sludge Bomb, Solar Beam, which would be great on a Sun team if I was actually using Superior on a Sun team. Spikes, Stealth Rock, Stone Edge, Stored Power, Struggle Bug, Sunny Day Swift, Swords Dance. He is Contrary though, so that's kind of a problem. Thunderwave, Thunderbolt, Toxic Spikes, Trailblaze, Trick Room, U-Turn, Water Pulse, Wild Charge, Will-O-Wisp, X-Scissor. Okay, so I think Superior is tweaked enough that I feel comfortable with the set. And the reason I was checking for something is because Superior has Contrary. So, if Contrary is a very interesting and scary ability. If you lower a stat, it ends up being a boost. Alternatively, if you try to boost a stat, you're actually not going to get very far because you end up lowering the stat instead. So, the main thing is for Superior to actually just spam Leaf Storm till its special attack gets crazy high and then proceed to destroy everything. It's fun. Or at least, it's a very simple strategy that works out relatively well. And if you pair it with, if you pair it on a Sun team, I would think it would do particularly well, because then if you pair it on a Sun team, Solar Beam actually can go off in one turn as opposed to two. 2 Meowscaritas and 2 Superiors. This will be fun. Also, it's a Blissey raid. We're not expecting too much. Just experience candies and Terra Shards right now. But the fact that I have a decent answer for any water type raid now is nice. Superiors and Meowscaritas. You love
This
to see it.
Manectric is kicking my ass.
I'm sorry. Well, you're also paralyzed, so that's not necessarily helping.
Well, it's already bodied my Aron.
Ow. I am going to use another Leaf Storm really quick.
Wait, how did it paralyze? I didn't do anything.
Static.
On itself?
If you hit it, you have a chance to be paralyzed.
No. I mean, like, Manectric is paralyzed and I did nothing.
Gardevoir has synchronized, or what? Wait, no. Gardevoir has trace, so it traced the static.
Alright.
So when Manectric hit you, static procs. And because this is Generation 3, electric types can actually be affected by paralysis. Make sure that we terrestrialize.
Giving us a stuff upon revives.
And just general healing items that are not one berries. Like Paralyze Heals and Awakenings.
My question is, why is Trappin so gosh darn squishy?
Mainly because it hasn't
Ground
evolved
type,
yet.
it's a ground type, it's supposed to have good defense.
Not necessarily. Yeah. We had this raid in the bag. It took a bit. We're fine. We're fine. And I'm not gonna catch this, because I don't need to. Plus it's not shiny, so I'm not gonna worry about it. And we got some Terra Shards, as you guys can see, and we also got some large experience candies, and some rare candies too. Granted, experience candies are a little bit better.
Castform is water type now. Fuck me.
In its defense, you really should have noticed that it was raining. Where do I want to go now? Do I want to go down towards the bug raid? Or do I go... Yeah, I usually go down, so we're actually gonna go to this dragon raid here, next to the Dunsparce outbreak. And, whoop, I'm actually going to, buttons! I'm pressing them in the wrong order, and that's not good. We're actually gonna go down to the lighthouse here. Or, they call it a watchtower, which, yeah, I guess that works. And then start making our way over. Dun 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 dun. I don't necessarily need another Dunsparce game, so I'm not gonna worry about it. I've already got a 2 segment, and I'm not trying to go for the 3rd. Egg!
Eggy.
Let's see.
I think if I remember
Squirtle!
correctly, doesn't Zubat evolve at level 20, I think?
20, 25. Somewhere in that range.
Yeah.
Hello, Squirtle. You are gonna make somebody very happy. Or at least, I hope so. Because Squirtle is just cute. Squirtle is just very, very cute.
I found a revive.
Congratulations! You've done it.
Also, I see that fake tree over there.
I'm sorry, the what?
There's like painted trees of where ninjas are.
Oh.
So like you can tell where they are because like the background of the tree paper that they have looks slightly different.
Oh. I actually forgot that they did that in Gen 3. I kind of wish that they
I wish they kept that.
kept that as opposed to what they did in Generation 4.
Which is them popping out of holes.
Which are honestly even more obvious. I mean, yes, yes, I
When you
also
first start, you're like,
sometimes
"What is
get
this mountain
surprised by
dirt?"
them, but still. Sorry?
I was saying when you first encounter them in Generation 4, like when you first play, you're like, what is this mound of dirt? Like say, oh.
Oh, hello. Like, it's one of those little gimmicks that, yes, I get. It makes sense for the character. But it's also kind of boring. If that makes sense?
Yeah. Although speaking of ninjas, can we all agree about like the shit that happened with Ash's Greninja is bullshit?
Ash Greninja. A lot of people are gonna like Ash Greninja and by extension the Kalos anime, which the Kalos anime was actually pretty good from what I understand.
Like
But-
I've watched it. It's pretty good. Like he raised it from a Froakie.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, eh.
Battle Bond Ash Greninja was definitely it feels like a play for money. It honestly does.
Like I get it was meant to be a, like they're supposed to develop Ash's aura a bit more because that's why Lucario was introduced later on.
Introduced? You mean put on his team?
Well, when I say introduced later on, I mean like Greninja was on his team first, and he synchronized with Greninja first.
Yeah,
which I think is why it's why he synchronized so well with Lucario
which
and
he,
Riolu.
yeah, he managed to do that in Generation 8. Which,
But I think it was
pointedly,
just I think it was just the fact that like they picked this one specific Pokemon and they were like, let's just make this one have a buff, but when he's not around Ash, you don't get this buff.
yeah, I'm kind of annoyed by that, and I'm also kind of annoyed that it was Greninja and not Lucario. Like,
Like
come on.
at least he got Mega Evolution with Lucario later on, which you can't do unless you have a strong bond with a Pokemon.
Well, you also can't necessarily do it in Generation 8, so it's definitely a plot contrivance.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you can't do that in Generation 8. Like, come on now. If you're gonna give all of the gimmicks, you might as well just have him use the gimmicks in their respective generation. Meaning that he should have gotten Mega Evolution and a Lucario, which isn't even out of the question because we do that as the player in the Gen 6 games.
Can you even can you even Mega Evolve Greninja?
No. Which is yet another
Dumb.
complaint that I have, but that's I'm trying to have fun.
Questionable.
I'm trying to hatch my eggs. I'm not trying to be
No,
a salty.
We're talking Pokemon goods and bads here. It's a 5.
Like, and the worst
I
part
still don't
about
understand
it, well,
First, go on.
the worst part about it is now that Ash is well, I shouldn't say canonically retired, but now that Ash is out of the picture, I think I would like her. I think I would actually enjoy the new anime even more. Because it's like new character, new vibe, new gen. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can dig
Ash
this.
Ash also had a couple of children.
I'm sorry, a couple of what?
Children. Like when he got older, he had a couple of children.
He did?
Apparently.
When? What? Seriously, when did this show up?
A while ago. It was sometime after the final episode aired. But it was mainly like they still said like Ash went on adventures after the point that we saw the end.
Which makes sense. Did you honestly think he was going to settle down? No.
No. But from what we know, we think he settled down with what was her name? Is it Serena or Selena?
If it wasn't Serena, the fan base would riot.
Yeah. Aaron's evolving.
And the reason I say that the fan base would riot is because she canonically kissed him.
Yeah.
And Ash,
so apparently,
being a dumbass.
There was a piece. I don't know if it's an official artwork or not, but I'm pretty sure it is because of the style. But there's a picture of him with 2 other kids, with Serena. But him as an adult, because he's got like little chin whiskers.
Yeah.
I have a poison Pokemon. Do I have something that can heal it? I'll use a lava cookie.
I was going to say, you've got the lava cookie, you're fine. Now, when you use the last lava cookie, then we're gonna have problems.
Why?
Because then you're gonna have to go into your full heals, and when you're out of full heals, then I don't know what you're gonna do.
I can buy more full heals once we get to the next Pokemart. And we have Fly if they're not at the Mart. Okay, that's a cool intro from Sableye. Also, we have a Lairon now. So he has a nubbin.
He's got a nub.
I honestly would love to have, like, if Pokemon was a real thing, I would love to have an Aron and just have it, like, raise it until it's an Aggron.
Where would you put it?
In my house?
Sir, again, where would you put it? Because
Actually, what is the height of an Aggron?
I think Aggron is at least 5'11", I think.
Yeah, you can
Like-
fit through a doorway.
Depending on the doorway, yeah.
If not, make him a shed.
Like, I get the feeling that you would do that for most Pokemon anyway.
Yeah.
And we got another Blissey raid, and also doing the trade. Because if I'm in a trade loop, I would like to know that now.
This tree looks like it can be cut down. I don't have a Pokemon that can cut it. So, I'll come back to it later. Hello, Mighty Anna.
I'm in a trade loop. Yay. But admittedly, it's not the worst thing in the world.
Yeah.
Because there is a good chance I get something that fills up my decks.
See if we can catch this Mighty Anna.
And for the raid, we're actually going to go back to my first box, which is coincidentally full of shinies. And we're going to select an old, reliable favorite for mine. Annihilate. Or as I like to call him, Kratos.
Got it.
Nice.
Mighty Anna, the bite Pokemon. In the wild, Mighty Anna live in a pack. They never defy their leader's orders. They defeat foes with perfectly coordinated teamwork.
So in other words, they literally are wolves.
Yeah.
Alright.
I think the only thing I would probably struggle with if Pokemon, like a Pokemon World was a real thing, is the whole if a trainer meets another trainer's eyes, then they got a battle. I'd be the type to be like, accidentally makes contact with someone else's eyes. They start walking towards me. I'm like, oh fuck no, fuck no.
If Pokemon battles were a thing, first of all, they would actually be somewhat regulated by the governing bodies that be. I would think.
Probably get those Rotom drones.
That's another thing. How would you stop a Rotom from just trying to infect everything? Also, some of the bug types? Sweet Jeebus, I would not. No. Just, no.
I feel like there would also be a lot more, like, rangers to regulate Pokemon.
Oh, yeah.
Mainly just to make sure that both Pokemon and people were okay.
Oh, yeah. Like, Pokemon Ranger would be a viable career choice.
Which I have yet to actually play a Pokemon Ranger game.
I've played Shadows of Almia and Guardian Summons. Both of which are actually very, very, very good. Or at least,
Like, I want to play
I
one,
think
but
they're
I just
good.
don't have the thing to play it on.
Well, technically you do. I'm just not sure how it would be possible. Because in theory, you could emulate it and use something like a drawing tablet. Because most of the motions in Pokemon Ranger is drawing a circle. You know?
Yeah.
So if you had an easy-ish way to draw a circle on an emulator...
How does nature power turn into swift in rain?
Ooh, got a bunch of candy there, which is nice. I think I might actually
Nuzleaf
max
is
out the
a-
amount of candy I have from these raids, which is
Nuzleaf
fine
is
by
a
me.
grass dark type, so let's go with Lairon for this.
Alright, now we can start working our way over by Elfernada. Actually, wait, hang on. Yeah, now we can actually start
love
making
the-
our way.
I love the sprite for Nuzleaf who's like, oh!
And then I've also got a trade finished up, which, let's check that, because that could be important.
Yay! Zubat, and Bite.
Yay! Zubat is actually useful. Yay! A bot! I'm out of the trade loop! Yay! Oh, and it's actually a really good shiny, too. And it's also a shiny starter.
Is it legit?
No.
Hello, Invisible Kecleon.
But no, that shiny was not legit, and that's what makes this worse. Alright, Chespin. There. There. And away we go! We're on the road again.
Bye-bye, Kecleon.
And on the topic of Kecleon, can we just acknowledge how cute it is that Kecleon are actually the shopkeepers in most of the
Dungeon.
Mystery Dungeon titles? If not all
Yeah,
of
but if
them?
you try to steal from them, they're a pain in the ass.
Well, yeah, because you stole from them.
The only time I have successfully escaped from a Kecleon was when their shop was right next to the stairs.
And of course, you stole from that one, didn't you?
Yep.
Well, was that towards the end of the dungeon at least? Because if you steal from a Kecleon,
was in
they will
it was-
follow you.
It was in the what's it called? The 99th floor tower.
Ah. And what floor were you on?
I can't remember. It's somewhere higher up because they don't really appear on the lower levels.
Ah. But yeah, it's one of those deals of Kecleon, if you steal from it, it will follow you.
I think it's something like 20 to 30 and upwards that they start appearing in that dungeon.
Makes sense.
I have yet to actually finish that tower.
I'm pretty sure that I will at least attempt that tower in DX at least once.
I've yet to actually start DX. It's been sitting on my shelf, but I just haven't started it.
I would still like to be your partner in that one. And if you're wondering, for extra referencing, I guess, Charmander.
Charmander?
Yeah, I took the quiz. It said I was a Charmander.
Oh.
So, if you want to add that little detail to it. And I've got 2 more eggs in reserve.
Because you can choose your partner or and yourself in the DX one, can't you?
Yes, if you don't like what the quiz gave you, you can change. And you can also change your partner if you're not happy with your partner either. Which, for me, I ended up being okay with the starter choice because I'm like, yeah, that tracks. Okay. And then I ended up picking Cubone because I knew that there would be electric types early on, and I wanted to make sure that I at least had Lightning Rod to kind of deal with that issue. You know?
Yeah.
And then the Moltres fight happened, and dear God, that was brutal.
Did you manage to hire it?
That you can recruit it the second time. I haven't gone back for the second time yet.
Ah, okay.
Because yes, I am eventually going to do that. Or at least, I'm going to see if the people watching actually want me to do that or not.
I still find it mildly funny, like the sprite size difference, but it still only takes up 1 space. From, like, a regular Pokemon to the legendary birds in that game.
Oh. Yeah. Doot, and then we will go to the Poke Portal and start a trade.
I found a nugget!
Nice, you can sell that for money.
Ah, I'm in the grass. I don't want to be in the grass.
But anyway, back to the conversation. The first fight was just brutal. Like, even with items, it was rough. And I don't want to say the hardest part about it is because, yeah, I'm actually going to say this. Cubone was not the right play there. Because Cubone is actually has has the move Bone Club, just by default, which makes sense. And then it gets Bone Meringue later, and Bone Meringue is super useful because it goes out in a straight line and hits multiple targets. The problem is Moltres is a flying type. So Bone Meringue cannot be used.
Speaking of Cubone, here's a thought for you, right?
Hmm?
We got a Alolan Marowak, right?
Uh-huh.
So why did we not get an Alolan Cubone?
I'm not the developer. I don't make the rules. That's right, you.
Ooh, person. Hello.
But anyway, back to that whole experience. So, most of the time, Cubone was just getting knocked out by Moltres. And I'm just here doing the, oh dear God, I need to up my damage. What the heck do I do?
Duh.
And considering it's a boss fight, most items will either not be effective or will be nerfed in some way. Which
I found like with the birds, the best way that I've seemed to have done it is take sleep seeds and just throw sleep seeds at it.
my guy, that only lasts for like one turn.
1 or 2 turns, but it can still give you some extra time.
I understand that, but again, it was just like only 1 or 2 turns. Also, grimy food actually ended up coming in handy. Why? Because grimy food has various negative effects when you eat it. From not being able to see, to being poisoned, to being confused. All that fun stuff. Which, yes, I did end up using to my advantage a couple times.
At least there is like a thing you can put on the PP checker. Not the PP checker, the skill checker. That you can set on your, I think it's your teammate. If they're confused, they won't hit you.
Oh. That's a new one.
Yeah, I think it only comes with like a bit of a higher level.
Oh, for PowerPoint checker, you have to eat gummies for that too. And gummies are different in the remakes.
It's not PP checker. It's something else. But it's basically like when your partner is confused. When they attempt to make an attack, they won't hit you. They will hit everywhere except you.
Still, what you mentioned was a feature related to gummies in older games. Gummies do not work like that in the... They don't work like that in the newer games, unfortunately.
Oh, that sucks.
Which reminds me, I should at least try, and I really should have. I should have just force-fed my Cubone gummies before that fight to try to get a certain quality that I kind of wanted and or needed, because that would have helped quite a bit. But no, I made the decision and spent like a week grinding out the last 2 floors of Mount Blaze and just tried to survive each time. So.
Poison powder. Not good.
You're also using Surf on a grass type. What the heck?
I needed the XP.
Yeah, but your type matchup is off. Experience is great, but if you can't win the fight, then I'm just gonna go down here, grab this item really quick. There. Ooh, oh, an Ultra Ball. Neat. Also, I should check the raids again, just to see if they're. Because technically, I have 3 targets. Because I know that evolutions can also show up in 6-star raids.
Berries. Ooh, pineapple berries.
But I think Oranguru is 4-star raids, and then Armarouge is definitely 6-star. But Armarouge is also a Scarlet exclusive, so I'm kind of out of luck there. Unless I find a raid that I can actually get in on.
Also, I'm gonna be right back whilst I go deal with my plates, so I'm gonna put on stream break.
Alright. So, Blissey, Superior, Blissey, Blissey again, Golem, Skarmory, Gallade, and Mimikyu. That is not what I'm looking for. Nice, and the trade's done. Alright, Eevee Master. Do not disappoint me. You have disappointed me. I was expecting an Eevee. Not a Gothita. Oh, it's not done yet. Now it's done. And that's Hepkini. Oh. And the next raid is down here. And I did see a Gimme Gold coin, but I'm not gonna try and go get it. It's a little too high up, and I don't like the spacing on that platform. There we go. Do a surprise trade check. That is a Rufflet. Alright. Ah! I didn't think the egg would hatch. Dang it. Alright, so I'm gonna have to keep this one in my party for a little bit. Just until the trade loop I've done is finished. Oh, if only that was a shiny Fuecoco too, because that would have been hilarious. That would have been hilarious. But no, it was not. Alrighty. So, we'll try to fix the loop first. And it continues. Yay. That's not a raid that I want or need to do. There's the bot. We're out of the first loop. Yay! What random shiny are they gonna give me this time? Okay, it's just Iron Bundle. So we will remove this one. We will swap you in here. And then we'll start another loop using that Fuecoco. While that's going off, let's... Okay, so it looks like we're going to do the normal Blissey raid, then the water Blissey raid, and then we're going to go over here to the bug Blissey raid. And then start working our way up and around. Which, at least we have a plan. And the trade finished up, so let's see how long this loop takes. Actually, yeah. Since I do have the open party slot, so I am gonna take the last egg. I'm just not going to move, so that way I don't end up hatching another one on accident. Also, the terror raids may have changed, so I should check those real quick. I will do so after this trade is set up. That's Paldean Whooper! A cute little guy. The fact that it has its hidden ability and a full moveset's a little suspect. I'll admit. But it's not necessarily my problem, so... Three Blissies, Superior, Duraludon, Goodra, Mimikyu, Flygon. That is not what I'm looking for. Unfortunately. Oh, at least I don't have to worry about being in a trade loop. which is probably going to evolve into Porygon 2. Now, ideally, the bot wants me to put the dubious disc on it and turn it off, but no, I'm not doing that. It's not legitimate. Not legit, so it gets removed from existence. And then after these eggs, I have to figure out who I want to put in. I think I will do Charmander for the next raids, which means I have to set something up on a different monitor, which is fine. Here's our egg. Welcome back.
There's a bot in my chat, and it says likely Band Evader. Fun.
Oh yeah, considering. Taken care of.
Dealing with that. I have returned,
Welcome back.
and Sam has dealt with my bot.
Well, yeah, because it's my job to.
I know. But they don't know that. They didn't hear any of that.
Hello, hun. Welcome to stream, and yes, we have a cat. It is not a shiny
have
cat,
cats?
so it will be going to somebody else.
For a minute, I thought you meant like your cat. I was like, huh?
No,
A cat?
no, unfortunately, well, the door is shut, and Courage does not care at the moment.
Is their favorite person home?
Yes. Monday is going to be a nightmare.
Oh.
Because the favorite
Why?
person is going to be leaving, so the other cat is going to get anxious.
Aww.
To the box, more to somebody else. To the surprise trade. And it's to a bot, so I'm not stuck in a trade loop. You'll love to see it. You'll love to see it, actually.
Yeah, love to see it.
Because then I can just do the Blissey raid and then proceed to move on. So, yeah. I'm not particularly mad about this. I mean, I'm mad it's a fake shiny, but I can just remove it from my box and move on.
Yeet the cheat.
That's the intention. That's the intention. So, now we've got this Blissey raid to deal with. To the shiny box. Kratos. Let anybody in. And we're gonna punch a Blissey in the face. Repeatedly. Hello, friend. You're bringing a Bellibolt. Oh, never mind. For a minute, I thought I had a friend. I do not.
Wondering if your computer might be able to run Pixelmon on it.
Yes, it has before. Why?
Future ideas for street.
Maybe. That is all I will say on that one. Maybe.
You'd be surprised how fast you go on the bikes.
And the reason I say maybe is because I do have some other playthroughs that I really should get back to. But I don't want to call it a hyperfixation because I'm technically not diagnosed, but yeah. That's kind of the best way to describe it. I've kind of been here for a while. You know? Alright, the party is assembled. Let's punch a Blissey in the face. You laugh, but that is literally what we're doing.
Oh, thank God, I survived it. I may be in a bit of a pickle here.
How so?
I don't have any more potions.
Oh dear.
Lyron, you go.
The other teammates are just... Yeah, this is working really, really well. And I'm also helping.
I still do want to try and play the Alola generation at some point. I just don't have anything to play it on, and I don't think it's old enough to have an emulator yet.
It did, and then Nintendo were dicks about it. Because Yuzu and by extension Citra emulated the 3DS. So yeah, Nintendo were dicks. Good haul. Very good haul. Excuse me. Now we move to the next raid, which is water type. And since I tailored Superior's moveset, we are going to be golden. That's right, I don't have Superior in the normal boxes. I have them in the starter box, in which I'm breeding for those. Oh, whoops. Wrong thing. Whoopsie.
Giant Rock's supposed to have an entrance, but there's no entrance. Okay. Am I supposed to come back here later? Is this for a legendary?
Not entirely sure. I didn't usually worry about that one in particular. That might be another secret power spot.
No, it doesn't have a little square on it.
Then yeah, I don't know.
I mean, this card says
That's a
This
new
guy
one.
just says that giant rock. I would like to believe it may indeed contain ancient ruins, but I see no entrances.
Oh, that might be something for the Reggies.
All right, let's get out of here.
Okay, we've got an Iron Hands. I'm fairly confident about this raid. The Stonejourner, not so much, but we'll see.
Speaking of Stonejourner, I got one of those the other day
Nice.
on Pokemon Go.
Shiny or not?
No, regular. I got a rare candy.
I don't think that's a legit Iron Hands. I could be wrong, though. In fact, I'm kind of
What's the
hoping I'm
trainer name
wrong.
say? Wow, what does the trainer name say for it?
We'll see. I wasn't necessarily paying attention. Oh, it's a Japanese name, so I can't necessarily tell.
I found some Pecha berries.
Either way, it got crushed. Nice.
I got the Ayapapa berry.
I'm sorry, the what?
Ayapapa berry.
Oh, that one. Alright.
It's the one that kind of looks like a papaya.
Yeah. Yeah. Is it weird that that's one of the berries that I struggle to pronounce?
Not at all.
There
Am
we
I able
go.
to get through here without challenging a trainer?
Is it possible? Yes. Can you pull it off in particular? That remains to be seen. And there's an egg. Oh, here's hoping it's shiny.
Oh,
What?
there's a
Wait! Coffee!
Makwa here. What?
Shiny Quaxley!
Holy shit! Is it a legit one?
Dude, I hatched it! Yes, it's legit!
Nice.
Heck yes! Okay! I'm gonna need you to go back to clip it. Starting at like an hour and 10. Actually, no, it's closer to like hour 12, hour 13. Oh, that is so cool! And yes, we're naming it. It's a male. And I think
Oh
I
shit!
know
This is a
what
route
to
I'm
name
gonna have
it
to take
to.
take on these trainers. All right.
I am naming it Salvador. Why? Because I can. And yes, I am going to need that clip later. Okay, let's check you out. Oh, this is so cool. Okay, so you've got actually you've got a special attack boosting nature at the cost of your special defense. That's not awful, but eh. Pretty rash by nature. Eh. I can change that. So, yeah, we're not gonna worry about it. Instead, I'm gonna be super giddy. And what do I do with my Quaquaval now? Because I've got the shiny form. I've got Salvador. Oh my gosh. Oh, actually, I should. I should move Leif and Salvador out of the breeding box, technically. So I'm gonna make some space. And these are Pokemon that I don't necessarily need. And I'm not necessarily using them for raids right now. But I am gonna keep my starter Quaquaval because I am using that in raids. So, yeah, we're my second Masuda Method hunt. And I got it on stream today, which is even better. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I got crit.
There we go.
Zubat wants to learn Wing Attack.
This is so cool.
Let's get rid of Leech Life. It doesn't really do that much.
This is so cool. And now I have to figure out which two I'm going to replace. So I think it's going to be Charmander and Chikorita for the next two. So that way I can start on Generation 2 as well. Hun, please tell me you saw that. Please tell me you saw. That was so cool. And now we've got 3 eggs to go. I'm genuinely hoping that there is a shiny within the last 3 eggs. Because that would be cool. But I'm not expecting it, you know?
So apparently I can't do anything until I get some Pokeblock. Like, I gotta get a Pokeblock case.
That's gonna be in, I believe it's...
Lily Cove.
Yeah. I was going to say, at least it's in one of the contest halls. I'm not sure if you've already been there, though. Or not. Shiny Quaxley today. That was so cool. Oh. Excuse me.
Crap.
You okay?
Yeah, just alerted a trainer.
Well, at least it'll give you more practice. Now I'm wondering when Fuecoco's gonna show up. Excuse me. Because Quaxley, let me check, was 143.
I'm wondering if I may have to go back to the last place that I went to.
Probably.
Cause I need heals.
Probably. But yeah, Quaxley was 143 eggs, which was still under odds. So That's 2 under odds Masuda hunts. I'm scared now. Because the next hunt has a very good chance of actually going over odds. Which, for breeding, if you're curious, using this method is 1 in 683.
My team ain't looking too good.
You need to heal. Grab your flyer and get to a Pokemon Center, man.
Do I even have my flying type on me right now? Hold on, let me check.
Coffee. Three Pokemon in the
shit.
shiny in this raid. I don't think the Greninja's legit. Yeah, the Greninja is not legit. But the Ceruledge. Oh. First time I've seen that. The Ceruledge actually attacked the bot.
Oh damn.
So, yeah, that happened. Yes, the Entei has a hat. I'll explain why in a minute, cause that's gonna get into a whole different tangent that I don't like. Also, how did you see the shiny? Please tell me you saw the shiny.
Hang on.
You
Oh,
you didn't answer my question. Please tell me you saw. The shiny Quaxley that I hatched. Oh. So I will have to show you the shiny then. Give me a second. This raid is almost done. But yeah, I hatched another shiny.
Jesus, I'm getting all the things today. Oh, finally, I made it to Lily Cove. Pokemon Center.
And make sure you stop by the contest hall. And we don't need to get to the Blissey. Yeah, that's terrestrializing. But first, because if I don't do this, I'm gonna be annoyed. Because I know you're in chat.
I'll take a quiz. Which machine gives you information?
Shiny duck. Shiny duck. And hatched it, which is even better. But anyway, to answer the Entei question, yes, shiny duck. Ugh. What Game Freak decided to do was give. Yes, he does. So what Game Freak decided to do, they gave 2 sets of legendaries different forms. Generation 2 got the past paradox, and Generation 5, with the Swords of Justice, got the future paradox forms. They turned the legendary beasts into dinosaurs. I saw it and immediately hated it. Especially because they turned Suicune into a freaking Tyrannosaurus Rex. Which, you don't do that to something as elegant as Suicune. Arguably, Entei got the best out of the treatment, and yes, they turned them into dinosaurs. They turned the legendary dogs into dinosaurs. And yes, I hate them with a passion.
We have the Pokeblock case.
Yay! And then they turned the Swords of Justice into robots. Which was not as bad. So I am kind of happy that I have Violet version for that reason. Squirtle, who is not shiny. Oh. What? Why am I naming you? You are not shiny. So yeah, I don't like the past paradox legendaries because just arguably they should not have touched the legendaries with the paradox forms to begin with. Simply because they're legendaries. They're already good. You don't need to mess with them anymore. You know? But anyway, I don't want to be too negative because that would damage the vibes, which would not be good. So we're not doing that. But that's two shinies in this batch of eggs.
This poor woman, she gave birth to quadruplets.
What? Just what?
I just went into someone's house and they've had like 4 kids that look exactly the same.
Wait, is that a legitimate Totodile? Yes, that is a legitimate Totodile. However, since I already have a Totodile, I don't need a second one. Oh.
I need a Pokemart. Where's a Pokemart? Oh, that's May. I don't want to talk to May yet.
I think the only one that doesn't have a Pokemart is Pacifilog. And then with Lilycove, you've got the department store. Which you do have an optional rival fight in front of that department store. Hello, Pichu.
Thank you, sir. got a TM. What's TM44?
Um,
Oh, it's Yawn.
oh, there are better moves you could have received. Oh, Weavile. Nice. Oh,
I found a hard
man.
scale.
Nice.
And I found a Pokeball.
Also nice. It's one less Pokeball you need to buy.
Oh, I see an entrance to something over there.
Oh, man.
Well, I guess I'm gonna have to beat May first then.
You know, we're not gonna send that negativity out in the world. That just does not need to exist.
Oh, Pokemon Museum.
There. Alright, the last 2 eggs. Here's hoping there's a shiny in at least one of them. And now if I get a duplicate shiny Quaxley, I can say, hey Darkus, do you want a shiny Quaxley? Because I'm not going for a shiny living dex at the moment, so I don't really have a reason, if that makes sense. So yeah, I'd rather give away the extra shinies to somebody who would actually, appreciate them. And Darkest shiny luck is kind of bad as it is. So, yeah. Though it's one of those deals of even if I said it to his face, he would just look at me and be, yeah, you're right. You know? Okay, what is Ursaluna doing here? I mean, the two Annihilates I get because ghost typing, but Ursaluna? Huh. Also, Garchomp? Okay, here we go. I mean, I know what my strategy is to begin with, so basically Screech and then either Shadow Claw or Rage Fest.
Here we go, rival fight.
May is notoriously easy. You got this. I'm not sure if that Ursaluna is legit.
Right We're about equally met for levels right now. Also, I have a bot. Fun times. And it's another ban evader.
Hold on. Done. You are welcome, sir.
Thank you.
But yeah, we do not appreciate viewer bots in our Twitch streams as well. It's not appreciated.
Do you just straight up ban them, or do you report and then ban?
If I'm not doing something, I will report. But because I'm also streaming, I'm just straight out just banning them. Because for me, it does take an extra few minutes just to type out the report. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, where's the next raid? Where is
Bye-bye,
the
Grovile.
next... Ooh, it's a grass raid.
Slugma, yes, I will change. Marsh top.
To the grass type. I'm hoping it is 5 stars or higher. It is 4 stars. You don't need to worry about it. Now, where are we going?
Pelipper.
Ghost.
Manectric.
Ah! I'm sorry, Swablu! I didn't mean to run. I didn't mean to do that. Well, one of the eggs. Is it shiny? Is it shiny? Nope. It is a Squirtle though, which is very
Yay,
cute.
Manectric is now level 32.
Yay!
And Zubat is level 23.
Another yay!
And my Zubat's evolving.
I told you it was like 20 to 25. And now you just need to have high friendship with it. Which, considering that you've been carrying it around for how long?
A while.
You might be getting close to a Crobat. Might being the operative word.
Oh, there she goes.
Well, that's an interesting name.
What?
It's not important. They sent me a Gen Shiny.
Ah, okay.
And then we've got one more egg to hatch. And then we'll trade out that egg. Whether we trade loop or not is yet to be seen. And then once we're done...
Well, it didn't win the lottery.
You were expecting to?
I have won the lottery on a Pokemon game before.
And which one was that?
I don't remember which one had it.
And how long ago was that? Also, last egg of the batch.
I think it was Crystal. I think.
Quaxley! Not shiny. Quaxley, not shiny. So I'm going to do a little bit of box rearrangement because I'm just going to grab my Japanese Ditto here, and we're going to grab Masquerada, because Masquerada has yet to produce a shiny, Skeledirge, which is also yet to produce a shiny, Squirtle, because that has not produced a shiny yet, and then I think we're gonna finish out the line with Charmander, and I do have an English Charmander, so this Japanese Ditto should work just fine. And then we're gonna start on Gen 2, so Chikorita. Which means I need to add some more counters. So I need Charmander in Pokemon Violet using Masuda. No Shiny Charm. And then I will need Chikorita, which is Generation 2. I wish they kind of did it alphabetically instead of by Dex order, but that's just me. Chikorita. Here we go. Pokemon Violet. Masuda. And no Shiny Charm. So there we go. Our new counters are in place.
I'm gonna drop a quick save.
And I will move Poplio around. Quick Quavel, I'm moving you.
Let's go take on the trainers that I couldn't take on before.
And Quaxley, I need to trade you, so we're gonna do that real quick. And then it's one of those deals of I will set up a timer and we will just start producing eggs. And I do want to check this raid real quick. See if it's something that I want to go for. And right as the trade finished, because I don't need to worry about I don't need to worry about eggs hatching on me right now. Thank you for the Gen Shiny. At least I'm not stuck in a trade loop. Which makes me happy. And we will release you. There we go. And checking the raid. That is a 3-star Luxio raid. This is not really a good spot, so I'm gonna move up a little bit. Just so that way we have a little bit more ground. Here we go. This is better. This is much better. So we will open up the picnic menu and make a sandwich. And I don't need Miraidon because I cannot get eggs from you. So make a sandwich. And usually I go with no. Usually I go with a great peanut butter sandwich for eggs. I could do a different sandwich that uses Herba Mystica, but I kind of don't want to waste the herbs. So yeah, I usually save those for outbreaks. I will grab my phone because unfortunately you can't see the sandwich timer when you're in a picnic, which is kind of annoying. So 30 minutes will start. Right now. Because that is when the sandwich power is active. And then I will throw the little soccer ball for Pokemon to play with. Oh, Chikorita uses Vine Whip on it. That is adorable. And then Charmander just proceeds to headbutt it in. Aw. And then Meowscarada is where? I see the little ones.
Wow, that's ganging up on Gardevoir right now.
Well, it's the Poochyena that you should get up first so that way you can use Psychic moves without much of an issue. And then if we go over here, you're starting to get eggs, which is awesome. And I did learn that you can use an English Ditto and have the other parent be from a different language.
Yeah.
Basically, you just need to have Pokemon from 2 different games. Or not 2 different games, but 2 different places. And you should still get a similar result. Which you'll be seeing my shiny Ditto once that can start happening. Hi, Meowscarada. Wait. Where's Squirtle? And where's Skeledirge?
Man, these Pokemon really don't like Gardevoir.
No, but you still should be... Well, you should be able to use Psychic moves now. Relatively easily, because you don't have a Dark type on the field.
Yeah.
So, make use of that special attacking stat.
Well, me and Golbat's actually coming in handy because Wing Attack is doing so much.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's a flying move against 2 grass types. Plus stab, which is nothing to sneeze at.
Money!
Nice. So you can buy more healing items. And PowerPoint restoring items. Wait, no, I don't think you can actually buy PowerPoint restoring items, which kind of a missed opportunity there.
You can use berries, like certain berries will increase the PP.
Yeah, like Lepa berries, mostly. Oh, wait, hang on. Skeledirge, how did you get down there? Squirtle, how did you get there? What? What happened here, guys?
Just yes. Yes.
Okay. At least the other three are behaving because they're asleep. They're asleep and they're relatively close to the picnic table. Actually, hang on. If I do this. Hey! Okay, that just brings everybody to me. Okay. But I can at least bring them back when they stray a little too far. Neat. Oh. Still with 2 shinies in that batch. Dear God, I was not expecting that. And if you want to see my surprised reaction to Bulbasaur, the clip is up on Dungeon Brewer Media on YouTube. So by all means, go check it out.
How is Golbat not able to learn fly? It's got a big enough wingspan.
I don't know. I think Crobat can, though. Or at least it normally does. I don't know.
Which is weird considering Crobat has no legs.
He has little feet. He has no leg, but he has foot.
Well, I didn't include that on the sprite.
I don't make the rules. I don't
Up
make the
until
rules.
this moment, I have believed that Crobat has no peats.
I keep forgetting which model I saw it with, because one of the models absolutely has little.
Okay, I'm gonna look this up. Hang on.
Little feet for him, I thought.
Crobat. Yeah, on the actual sprite, he has no feet.
I'm sorry, it's been years since I've played it, but I think one of the spin-off games actually gave him feet.
Like, there are people that have drawn him with feet, but I don't think, like, on the actual, like, how it appears, it doesn't have feet.
Well, he should have feet. Oh no.
Crobat, no peats.
Okay. Note to self: sliding down the edge is not a good idea.
We'll just lump in Crobat with Diglett of do they have feet?
Well, honestly, I think Diglett does not have feet.
Though apparently they do. They're never above ground for them to see it. But apparently they did manage to catch one and find out that they do have feet. It's just no one knows what they look like.
What game was this? Because
it's not this one. It's a later generation game.
Okay, because like every game, the Pokedex entry has speculated that they have feet, but it's not outright confirmed. And
you find it from talking to someone.
And I was going to say in the Mystery Dungeon remake, because I know Explorers of Sky doesn't address it, but the remake does. That there is a line that Diglett says, "I still feel like my feet still feel like I'm in the air," and everybody just looks at Diglett like, "You have feet?"
Yeah, like, you got feet. I remember that line. Everyone's just so confused, like, you have feet.
Like, yes, it's basically an offhand line, but it's still pretty floating. And I need to be careful because I fell off the edge last time. And if I fall off the edge, I end up closing the picnic, which is not great. Because that means I won't be able to grab eggs. Oh. Hello, friend. Hello. Aw. Hi, Squirtle. Oop. Oop. Aw. Very cute.
Okay, now it's the ground type. I can change to Marshtomp.
Yes. And drench it in water. And then if it survives after that, you switch into either a Manectric or a grass type and proceed to just wreck it that way. Because
It fainted.
color change is not the best ability.
So Viper. That one is, I think, straight poison type.
Mhm.
Lairon.
I would suggest either Marshtomp or Trapinch. Considering that Trapinch is paralyzed, Marshtomp's going to be the better option.
True, but Lairon is immune to poison in most cases.
Do you also have a ground move? This is also Generation 3, so that might actually not work.
I mean, Metal Claw took it down to a smidge of health, so... It did.
Oh.
Okay. Let's heal the Pokemon. And then we can take on these trainers.
You can do it. I believe in you. Also, we are just about at 2 hours. So, just so you know.
I'll probably finish up with these guys, and then, probably call it.
Alright. I mean, I'm just grabbing eggs, so I don't think we're gonna have another shiny. At least as of today. Oh, man.
Oh, okay, use Whirlwind and you dragged out something that'll be even more, effective against you, but okay. Bye-bye.
Keep in mind, it's technically AI. Never claimed it was smart.
So looking at Golbat in this generation, it honestly looks more on the purple side than the blue side than it is.
Yeah.
It's like a nice shade between a purple and a blue.
I chalk that up to the fact that the sprites were like super saturated, and then when they switched to models, it didn't work. Well, or at least it doesn't work for most.
At least Golbat has
Pokemon.
like an easy level up. It doesn't take like a long time.
It's friendship, so it could be either. Like, if you just catch a Golbat, it's gonna take a while for it to evolve into Crobat. Whereas if you evolve it from Zubat
no, what
to
I meant
Golbat,
is like
Crobat,
what I meant is
it's
like
fine.
in terms of how much it needs to level up.
Again, it's a friendship Evo.
Also, this kind of person is new to me. A Hex Maniac.
Ghost types. And or psychic types.
Oh wow. Duskull looks creepier in this generation.
Hey, don't bash Duskull. He's
No,
cute.
no, I'm saying it from the point of view of how the eye looks in the sprite.
Oh, yeah.
Because, like, I know it's got, like, a red eye that sort of goes between each eye.
Oh, if you want
But, like-
creepy, look up Duskull
but-
in like Pokemon Coliseum and Pokemon Battle Revolution, because that's
Oh,
gonna
no, I've
give you
seen those.
creepy.
But it's just the fact that, like, the eye itself has a lighter outline, and it's not quite behind the eye socket like it should be, so it looks creepier.
I would like to think it's also the angle of the sprite too.
Also, Shuppet's eyes are a different color than they should be. They're, like, yellow, green, and blue.
Yeah, that's always been the color of Shuppet's eyes. Or at least I thought
I
it
thought
was.
they went with just a little bit yellow later. Like yellow and black.
Not really, no.
Well, either way, I like the look of that person.
Mhm.
I think that's all the trainers? Let's go find out.
At least make your way to a Pokemon Center so you can at least heal and then call it.
Well, actually... Safari. I want to try Safari.
Oh god. Oh boy.
Here I go. Off on a wild excursion.
The fact that people shiny hunt in the Safari Zone too, just...
What is this soundtrack?
Is that a good exclamation or a bad exclamation?
It's a what the hell is this exclamation. Okay, got Oddish already. Again, I have an Oddish already. I swear if there's nothing here but Oddish.
No, there's more.
Oh shit, Wobbuffet.
See? There's more. Stay away from the ledge. Everyone is napping, which is awesome.
Dang it, ran away. Let's see if I can find another one. Yep, found another one.
So, are you actually, like, looking for something in particular, or just seeing...
Just seeing what I got. Hey, I caught the Wobbuffet. Wobbuffet's data. Wobbuffet, the patient Pokemon, usually docile, the Wobbuffet strikes back ferociously if its black tail is attacked. It makes its lair in caves or it waits for nightfall.
You know, I would like to think that the actual Pokemon for Wobbuffet is the tail. Actually. Because if you notice, there are two little eyes on its tail.
Yeah.
Also, can we just acknowledge that the female version of Wobbuffet just has lipstick on it for some reason?
Yep.
Look
Oh, can I go over this?
Aw.
Or do I need? I think I need the other bike for this.
Yeah, it looks like you'll need the acro bike. Cause you'll need to hop. And I think since the Gen 3 Safari Zone is step based, it's actually easier if you're on your bike.
Let's see what water types we can get here. Ooh, a Psyduck. Haven't got one of those yet. Dang it.
Just waiting for eggs. I'm sorry I'm not being, well, as talkative. There isn't
That's
really,
alright.
there
I'm
isn't really
focusing on
much
this.
to, talk about right now. Well, at least I got one egg. And considering it took 6 batches to get the Bulbasaur, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm expecting another 6 batches until I get another one. And then it's a case of which one sparkles. Because if it's one of the Generation 9 ones, then I can start breeding Cyndaquil, which is nice.
I was so close on getting that Psyduck.
Aw.
Had 3 rocks as well.
Why are you throwing rocks at them?
I'm not. I was saying like the 3 Pokeball rocks before it bust
Oh.
open.
Sorry, well, when I hear rock, that's one of the options.
That's the earlier safaris.
Well, it was rock, and then it got changed to mud. Which, either way, I look at and it's just like,
I got it.
nice.
Psyduck, the duck Pokemon. When its headache intensifies, it starts using strange powers. However, it has no recollection of its powers, so it always looks befuddled and bewildered.
So is that why it's not a psychic type? Because it just forgot?
Yes. Because it has a headache so severe, it just forgets.
I feel kind of bad. the Psyduck is in so much pain that it's causing memory loss.
Well, that's why Golduck is a lot better for it. Because at that point, it's evolved to adapt.
But Golduck's not a psychic type either.
No, but it can use psychic moves.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying
Ding
that
dong,
the
time's
typing kind of doesn't make sense. Or at least with Psyduck it does, because it's got memory loss. But why is
Okay,
Golduck
let me
not...
double check that.
Why is Golduck
Golduck.
not a psychic
What is
type?
a Golduck? Oh yeah, it is only a water type. Huh. Okay, I fought you.
Hi, Ditto. Hello, Skeledirge. Everyone is playing around, and Yaskarada is taking a nap. Very cat-like. I will admit, I do wish you could make either like a mini sandwich or some other Pokemon treat to give to your Pokemon while you're in a picnic. Or making curry in Generation 8. That just seems a little bit more fun. Plus, it gives you kind of a reason to use all the berries that you've been finding. You know? And it would also make friendship evolutions easier to do. Because if you would give a Pokemon a treat, it would boost their friendship with you. And there could also be a chance that a Pokemon shows up and wants to join your team if you're in Generation 8.
Can you get a Soothe Bell in this generation?
Soothe Bell? I believe so, but you have to make it. Which means you have to go to Shell Cave. Which means you have to find one of my children. I think. I could be wrong. But still, I get the feeling that you would at least attempt to use Spheal, because it's a pretty solid ice type.
Maybe.
And yes, if anyone is wondering, I kind of wish that Spheal was in Generation 9. Because I would absolutely go after one. And yes, you would put it in the Blueberry Terrarium, because that's the polar biome. Where Spheal would, actually be. But did they? No. They did not. Don't fall off the edge.
Found a Max Repel. What is this thing?
Max Repel?
No, there's like a thing by the ocean. It's like a white structure with a yellow ball on top.
Are you talking about the lighthouse?
No, it's not a lighthouse. I don't know. It looks like a buoy, but like on land.
I think that might actually be a lighthouse, and they didn't have either they didn't have the time or the assets to make it a full on, a full on lighthouse like they did in I believe it was Slateport. Because remember, Hoenn is a region that is predominantly on a coastline, so I'm not exactly surprised that it's there. Oh, Sky Pillar is where you get Rayquaza. Have they told you to go out there yet?
They're saying like, don't go over there. Totally not obviously wanting you to go over there.
Sure, you guys were talking to yourselves. Sure.
I'm gonna see if there's anything out here on the water, though. Tentacle.
Whoop. Oh, hi Squirtle. I'm sorry I woke you up. And timer's done, so we'll do one last check. And yes, we will grab the egg and wrap it up. Or at least close out the picnic. And I was going to this raid over here. And before I get too far ahead of myself, we'll swap in Blitz, our flame body user, and then we will swap in
Okay,
the
so I
eggs.
can't go anywhere in the hideout until I deal with the leader on Route 122.
But that's a problem for future coffee to deal with.
Yes. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go over to the gym and leave myself in front of it and save there.
Alrighty. And I've got eggs set for hatching off stream. Because when you wrap up, I wrap up. That's how we do it. Or at least, that's how we do it today, because we're streaming together.
Yes. Okay.
So do you want to handle
for
the
anyone
drink
who has
outro?
stayed with us this long, thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, please consider dropping me a follow and dropping Sam over here a follow, who is Dungeon Brewer, who I'll just give a quick shout out to.
Thank you. I usually try to stream 3 days a week. I'm not sure about Monday because I've got stuff going on. So we'll see. We'll see.
So let's see.
Or at least I know I can confirm Wednesday for sure because that's the soul link.
Yes.
But yeah, please make sure to follow and ring those notification bells so you'll be notified the next time we're live. And on the
And if you want to, you can also go check out previous streams, which I'm still catching up on, over on YouTube with the same name, Chaotic Coffee Boy. And if you want to see me playing some games with other friends of mine, you can go and check out Agents of Chaos. Both links to it are underneath the stream window right now. But if you're watching from YouTube on my channel, then you can find a link to Agents of Chaos in the description. So I am going to send you over to my friend Gamer Freak, who's playing Stardew Valley.
Nice. And while you're doing that, I'm going to finish up the wrap-up because it wasn't really a joint wrap-up. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed today's stream. Please make sure to leave a follow and ring that notification bell so you'll be notified the next time I'm live on the YouTube channel. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe over there so you don't miss a recap. VODs are typically up within 1 to 2 days, depending on if I remember or not. Additionally, I have a Ko-Fi link in the About section of the Twitch channel and in the description of YouTube vids. I also have a link to some D&D homebrew stuff. You don't have to purchase anything by any means, but I would appreciate it if you did. Next stream, we'll see for Monday, but Wednesday is definitely confirmed. So we'll see how